So what we decided to do here in Kirtland, we thought that it would be a great idea to kind of tie in civic engagement to our classroom and do some sort of project-based learning to raise money and awareness for Guatemala and tie it back to social studies.
All I'm going to say to you is you need to dig deeper into your research, and I will help you with that.
My name is Sean Joseph, and I teach world history to 9th graders at Kirtland High School.
Standardized testing is a dreaded tradition among schools in the U.S. dating all the way back to 1890, and for the most part, the way we test hasn't changed. Students mindlessly bubble in their answer and drag through the test. But does this form of testing really show a student's understanding?
Personally, I think that those types of tests a lot of times show how students or how well students are able to either memorize or retain information for a short amount of time. If you ask a lot of students 3 weeks down the road a question that maybe they had on a test earlier, a lot of times they forget the information. It's the big ideas, I think, that stick with them, and I think by having a variety of assessments and allowing them kind of some sort of freedom in terms of how they present the information, I think that lasts a lot longer, is more meaningful to the students.
By allowing students to collaborate with one another and create a product that they themselves are invested in, teachers are able to more accurately test a student's understanding of a topic. In Mr. Joseph's class, students were tasked with making documentaries about Guatemala. The turnout was very successful.
Sit back and say, these are things that I'm going to accept that, I can't change. Or you can say, these are things that I'm going to change because I cannot accept them.
When you think of something holistically like that embarks all type of learning, and when you got to go from zero to the final product, it's so important because you do invest in the project. The civic engagement piece is something that all of our students should experience. It's a selfless piece to understand what other people are going through and having empathy for those folks. But holistically, as the district and how Mr. Joseph's class capped off this project with Dare to Care and giving back was unbelievable. I love being a part of it. I love being a part of the Oscar night. You saw kids excited. You saw students that invested a lot of time into getting their message out there about the project at hand. So it was a great project, and I hope we do more of those.
Not only did I learn about civil engagement and being a part of this world, but I also learned about video editing, video recording, all these different things. And personally for me, what I believe is these skills that we learn in these projects, they're honestly something that we could use in the future. As technology keeps moving on and the future keeps going, we're going to need these skills that we learn now. So that's why I think interactive tests or interactive projects, especially ones that include technology, are very important.
Because these students were able to create a project they were passionate about, they were able to express their knowledge in their own way, which is something standardized testing today can never achieve. We talked to both faculty and students who had this to say about the way we test today.
The things that I learned with interactive projects are they're things you can get interested in, whereas state testing, you don't have that interest that can be reflected in your work.
Normal testing, I feel like, is not a accurate representation of how much you've learned in the class. Like projects, you get to show your creative side and show what you actually know. And the state testing, it's everything that you you just can't cover everything in a topic. It's just really hard. And group tests or group projects are a lot better.
Reasons. I mean, I think that sometimes students don't really have very much interested. There could be any number of things that are distracting the student in their personal life from the testing, and I don't think it was a true snapshot. I think that these sort of assessments do, because it proves the students actually prove that they understand the material by completing a project using the information that was given to them.
No matter what, there's always room for improvement. Right now, students aren't as engaged and active as teachers want them to be, but that can change. Let students learn together. Let students express themselves. Kirtland High School is an amazing experience. Let us tread the path for others to follow. Let the students prove their knowledge. Performance assessments are a better alternative to state testing. The students want to express themselves. The question is, will you let them?